EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 30th, 2019. We had a winter storm yesterday, a modest winter storm, nothing major, but we did have some pretty decent accumulations across the interior locations, and of course rain further south and east. That did end as snow in some locations all the way to the coast. But we had that system moving off to the north and east today. Very happy with our projections with that from our team. And everything seemed to work out as planned. It didn't look like it was going to start doing that up until about 2 o'clock, and radar wasn't looking too good. It was looking very shabby. And after that point, we had a little bit of frontogenesis in eastern Pennsylvania that had added some lift once that low pressure moved along that boundary, and we had some pretty decent snowfall rates for those who were getting it. So this system's now in the rearview mirror, but we have another system quickly on its heels. This doesn't look like much here in the globals, but this is going to be a big deal today, folks. This is the Arctic front that is going to drive in the very cold temperatures, bitterly cold temperatures and wind chills behind that front. But on the lead of that will be a very strong snow squall line that will move through the state today. It's going to move through from west to east. Now, the global models are not really doing it justice by moving this through. It looks like just light snow here, but it's really not. And I'll show you that in a second. This goes all the way to the coast. That is true. And then behind this front, once this squall line moves through, you're going to remain windy the rest of today and at least part of the overnight. So let's get into the NAM high-res future simulated radar. Now I want you to pay attention to this. This is very important. Snow squalls are typically just broken segments, and you get like a few squalls come in and just dumps heavy snow, and you get breezy conditions normally, and that's it. You rarely see something like this that is vorticity enhanced, that is going extended this far. You see how long it is. It looks like a squall. It's going to look like a squall line that you see in thunderstorms in summer and spring. Very similar kind of process there. Very high lapse rates, and there's even some surface cape here to take advantage of here, which is the instability out in front of it, which will keep this going all the way to the coast. And this is a rare thing to see where it goes all the way to the coast like this. But snow squalls are very dangerous because they dump blinding heavy snow, and heavy snow that's going to reduce visibility to under a quarter mile. And it comes in like gangbusters, just like a thunderstorm would, and it just dumps snow. All right, you get a quick coating to an inch or two of snow out of that, which isn't a big deal. But if you're on the interstate, say driving, and you're going, I don't know, 60 miles per hour, whatever you're going on the interstate, and you're dry and sunny, and then in a moment's notice you just get real cloudy, and then boom, it just dumps, and the roads are going to get covered immediately, and that's when you have accidents happen. So you got to be very careful today if you're driving, because that will come in very quickly, and road conditions will deteriorate very rapidly. So along with the heavy snow, you get some gusty winds over 40 miles per hour. So the visibility is going to be very poor during these squalls. The good news is this is only a 30 to 45 minute duration type thing as it moves west to east. So here is 9 a.m. on the future simulated radar of the NAM, getting into our western counties, State College, and places out in those directions. This is going to move eastward here. Here is 10 o'clock, here is 11, and here is noon. And you see it's still holding together. It's not falling apart here. So we have, this is noon, and so anywhere 9 to noon is up in these western counties west of where this is right now. The next time frame here is 12 to 3 is when this comes through for areas to the east, and I think it's going to go all the way to the coast to about 3. Maybe the immediate coast gets it between 3 and 4, but elsewhere it's 12 to 3. Okay, so here's a look at noon. All right, and we go forward 1 hour. Here is 1 o'clock. We're in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, going through the Scranton area, down through the western parts of the Lehigh Valley at this point, and the western suburbs of Philadelphia. At 2 o'clock, we are clear and getting to the Delaware River now. And behind this, again, this is maybe an isolated snow shower behind it, but it's mainly just this line coming through that's going to be the quick blinding snow and the wind gusts with it. And then by the time we get to 3 o'clock, it's just about to the coast, but that comes in between 3 and 4. Here's 3, here's 4. So then it's out of here, and we clear behind it. The skies will clear once it passes. The damage will be done, and then it will remain windy the rest of the afternoon. And actually going into parts of the overnight, I think it's going to still remain windy, where the wind gusts are going to be in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range easily. But when that snow squall, that can be a little bit higher, and you can actually have gusts that are 40 to 50 miles per hour, especially on the eastern part of the states when it's moving up in these areas right here. I think that's when it's going to be at its strongest point heading toward the coast. It's going to be building as it heads eastward. So just be wary of that today. It's a very important thing, not just the timing of that, but also the impacts. And, if you're driving, just be aware of that. Pull to the side of the road, wait till it passes. Nothing is more important than your life. So just take it easy. There's a lot of deaths that happen with these, and it's a very rare thing to see it, just a formidable line like that going across the state all over the coast. So it's going to impact a lot of people today. All right, again, windy into the overnight, and then we are very cold tonight, bitterly cold. In fact, we're going down to sub-zero lows in many of the interior locations for early Thursday morning. Wind chills are going to be 20 to maybe even 30 below zero overnight, so it's going to be dangerous. I don't want to be out tonight, and hopefully your heat's working, because you're going to need it tonight. And again, on Thursday's highs are actually going to be in the teens for many locations, maybe some single digits far north. But the good thing there, the caveat, is that it's not going to be as windy on Thursday, so it won't be as bad as it could be. And then we get into Friday, still cold. Another weak system coming in from the west that's going to affect mainly our southern areas, maybe a passing snow shower. This does not look like a big deal, but I do want to watch these areas right here in south central Pennsylvania for possible minor accumulations in these areas. I think elsewhere outside of that area right there, you're probably just dealing with a passing snow shower up in these areas, and that's it. So not a real big deal, just a weak wave moving through, and that moves out of here later on Friday. So then we get in the weekend, still cold Saturday, but more seasonably cold. And then we're going to warm up here on Sunday. Sunday's going to be a milder day. Should be a partly to mostly cloudy day, meaning partly cloudy to start, mostly cloudy later. Could be a passing shower for some areas later in the day, but I think it holds off until later, and I really don't think we're going to get any of that until we get to the overnight, as you can see here. And then once we get into Monday, we have more increasing clouds. It's going to be very mild next Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, which is the extent of our 7-day forecast window right now. Probably goes to Wednesday, too. We're still mild, and then we turn off the mild and go back to cold again after that. So this warm-up coming that was advertised, it's going to be warm for like a week or 10 days. That's not happening. It's going to be cut back now. We're actually looking at this period ending of mild weather after like about 4-day period. So milder 4-day period. We're going to get in the 40s and maybe even some 50s in the Sunday through Wednesday time frame next week. But it does look like we're going to have another rain system come in here. Looks like Monday night into Tuesday morning, mainly later Monday night, we're going to call it, for that rain to move through, and then we're back to partly to mostly cloudy skies here on Tuesday. But again, we're going to remain mild or straight through next Wednesday. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for January 30th, 2019. Have a great Wednesday. Be safe with those snow squalls today.